You know, if there's something Hasbro is really good at doing, it's disappointing Beyblade fans. I mean, when we have the Karatuli Blades are like this, where it has chassis, and it's like, wow, like it doesn't burst often, and like chassis system so cool, and it gets downgraded to this. Like, I don't know, it's kind of sad to think out. So I decided, why don't we take this sort of concept that Hasbro came up with for their modified Surge system and upgrade it to meet some standard of the Karatuli. This is Brave Valtryek. Oh, and the chip popped up. This is Brave Valtryek. And you might be thinking, wait, but Brave Valtryek, it doesn't look like that. It does not. It's supposed to have plastic instead of rubber. I changed it so that we could have a chassis, 1D chassis, slope system, and normal Hasbro parts. So this is technically a Hasbro Bay mixed with a Karatuli Bay. Why did I do this? Because I was bored and I didn't really have anything else to do. So yeah, let me go through kind of how I did this mod. Just note that this mod does break Beyblades. Yeah, starting with the chip. I took off these 2 points right here, so that you know it could fit onto the ring, the Brave ring, my normal Brave. Now I realize I didn't actually have to cut these 2 points. What you do have to cut though is this and these parts right here. These are like the parts that fit into like these little crevices. You have to cut those off or it won't fit. From the Brave ring, you might not notice a change, but there is a change right here. And right here, it's cut off. This is how rings are supposed to usually look. It's how the rings dictate which spin they go in. Which I don't really see the point of this, honestly. Like, this is just enough. It doesn't need this part, but yeah, I modified it so that it worked. This is the most devastating one. This is my 1D chassis. It already had broken teeth, so I just kind of cut off the teeth. I was hoping to do it with the 2D chassis, but I couldn't find a way to make 2D actually fit onto this. So yeah, we're just using 2D. And then the rest of the parts are just normal. And boom. A Hasbro Way with the chassis pretty much. I was gonna do it with this one as well, but I couldn't get like this part off. And I really didn't want to break, you know, this completely. With this one it was easier and less, you know, less breakage. So yeah, we're just gonna put it against some base and see the difference between a normal Brave against our normal Brave Valtryek versus an actually decently upgraded Brave Valtryek. So yeah, let's just get started. Let me just, yeah, we have a secondary Brave Valtryek. I know this one's also damaged from another mod I was trying to do, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on with the test launch first. Also, this looks a lot better. Like, that was a missed launch. That was my bad. It actually looks decently better with the colors. Like, you can see the metallic on it, and like obviously the core doesn't have much. The color still has, bro. It still looks decently well. All right, anyway, let's do some test battles. Yeah, Nemesis with reboot, and I already failed. No, that's something that does happen because of how the locking mechanism Hasbro is, and how the slope system isn't technically supposed to work with this. It doesn't have a good lock-in. It doesn't really, you know, work well. So when it bursts, the chip does also come off. And yeah, if it's launched, that's just something to be mindful of. I lost my Nemesis, so let's just move away from Nemesis for a second. Another modded bay, my Prominence Phoenix mod. Where's my ripcord launcher? It's easier to do with the ripcord launcher, my Phoenix mod, because of how the ripcord launcher is just better for whatever reason. You see, this feels like a Hasbro Bay, but it still has like the weight of the Karatuli Bay, and it's a lot better. It's a bit like this mod. This mod is just a Hasbro Bay with Karatuli armor, and it really does buff it and make it a lot better. I'm thinking about doing the same thing. Like, this is just pretty much a Hasbro Beyblade with a chassis. I'm thinking about doing the same thing with the GT system and making like GT right here with an actual armor to make it, you know, better. If you guys want to see this, you know, like, let me know in the comments. I think it'll be a good concept. Really difficult, but probably doable. I say probably because it'll probably be difficult, but not impossible. So not only does this last longer, it's just a lot more powerful. I'm gonna put Assault Q on it because Assault actually, it's a decent attack factor, and actually super wonder right there. Nice. Oh, also I took off the rubber band from this because I realized that the armor bursting off of the Ragnarok combo actually kind of prevents it from bursting as much as it would. A normal stock combo Cyclone Rocktivore would probably burst decently often. We're gonna skip ahead like very far. We're gonna go to Spring now. If the weight needs to be changed, we can change it to Hasbro's wheel, so you know the weight's more similar and have the battles, you know, more fair. Honestly, I have no idea why I made this mod. I was really bored and I wanted to make a new mod. I'm trying to figure out how to do some disc mods. So, like, I've done a bunch of layer mods, and I've done more driver mods than anything else. I want to do some disc mods. Go Brave, you can win this Brave. No, sorry. But you see, it still is technically a Hasbro, but it can still at least stand some ground against the Karatomi. Here we have stock combo Brave, fully stock combo against our improved Brave over here. For improved Brave, we're actually switch the disc to the 12 disc, so the weight's more similar. If I can find a 12 disc. Where's my airline? There's airline. Yeah, we're gonna switch it to 12. So, you know, it's at least more similar in terms of weight. And obviously, plastic. I mean, obviously one of these is faster, one has a rubber tip, and is lighter, but one is just a lot better. It does have more movement than this Brave right here, but it's not better by any means. It's so much worse. I mean, you can tell the difference between the rubber and the plastic contact. Like, it's like, there's no competition. I'm not even gonna go the other one. Let's continue on. Where's Guilty? Alright, Guilty. Where's my left spin launcher? I don't know where my left spin. We'll just use Ripcord for the mod. I don't know what I'm gonna call this mod. Actually, for the mod we're gonna put wheel disc right on. I guess we could call it. I guess it technically is. The thing is with Brave, I'm sorry they kept the name Brave. If they didn't keep the name Brave, then I could have called it like Pro Series. Maybe I should call it Pro Series Veltriac just for the clickbait. You know, I'll totally do that. It can still take hits though. Like, it's taking these hits. Like, it's not like it's just backing down, it's actually like taking hits. I was hoping it would affect it. Let me go get the chip. The chip kind of flew away pretty far. Alright. I love how everything they go into the pocket. Like, every other part besides the chip, like, in the pocket. If I want to improve this mod, I'd probably put glue on it. Glue would definitely help, you know, to keep the chip, you know, from flying off. And that feels more Hasbro accurate. see, you know, what Hasbro would actually do, you know, putting glue on it, or not glue, but you know, so it's using the chassis on top. Yeah, but I guess this is pretty much Pro Series. Brave up here. Brave up here. Oh, and there's also one last thing that I can show you with this thing that's special. Again, to glue it. Unlike, let me sit down so that you guys can hear me. Unlike normal Hasbro bays where dash drivers aren't a thing, which by the way, dash drivers actually do work. I've tested it out. The only difference between a normal to Karatomi driver and a Hasbro driver is this locking part right here, this part right here in the center. Right here on Karatomi, it's much thicker than the one that's present on a Hasbro one, which is why Hasbro ones don't damage Hasbro slopes. But technically dash drivers can work on it, and to prove that, quick dash, you see, and it works. And this is like not even damaging it. That's like the thing, it doesn't damage it that much at least, which is always a plus, you know. And with that, I'll end the video. You see, if Hasbro actually puts this much effort into this, like, the rubber, it helps a lot. And like, if they did this, like, even if they didn't make the chip removal, even if they just permafused it, it would have been fine. Look, I can even put destroy on it. You see, perfect. It works perfectly fine. And if they actually used tighter springs, that would actually work. You know, like, I don't know. There's a lot that Hasbro could do, but they didn't. And you see, you could end up bursting bays and stuff that go too long in this. I'm sure it's double burst, but you know, that's enough. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to see more mods like this, if you want to see me try to make 2D into an actual disc, that's one thing I want to do, make 2D into a disc. I want to get another Brave Valkyrie, I mean, before I do that, because, you know, Brave Valkyrie's the one bay I don't want to break. But, you know, yeah, if you guys do want to see that, then you know, support me, and then we can get another Brave, and then we can make that video come true, and that would be awesome. And then that would be probably my favorite mod of all time, because 2D is my favorite chassis and disc part of all time. Like, so awesome. That and it. But yeah, like, subscribe, see you guys next one, and Baverst out.